I'm Alex Papachristidis, and we're here for Homeworthy. Today we are visiting Kate and Alex Brodsky and their three beautiful daughters in their amazing house in East Hampton. Kate is a great friend, and I love her decorating and her sensibility. She owns a beautiful shop in Manhattan called KRB, where she sells beautiful things for the home. I'm a customer, and we're friends. Here we are visiting her incredible house, which she built with Boris and Sharon. She actually took an old house, renovated it, and created these incredible interiors. She's got a great sense of style, and she is the daughter of the legendary decorator Suzanne Rheinstein. So Kate has a great sense of history in the past, but she makes it fresh and new in her own individual way, and that's why I love this house so much.
Hello, Alex.
Hi, darling.
Come on in.
Thank you so much for having us in your beautiful home.
We're thrilled to have you here, and hello, Cooper.
I'm so excited to be here, and thank God the weather paid off for us. It's a beautiful sunny day.
Lucked
I was
out,
so
didn't
worried we wouldn't get to see your beautiful garden, and I'm so excited that we get to do that.
Come on in. We'll see
Thank
it all.
you, sweetheart. So
Please,
nice
just
to be.
put your things right down there on the chair.
Darling. Thank you, and I'll just put Cooper's leash in the bag. Oh, everything looks so beautiful, Kate.
Thank you.
Just so pretty.
Nothing like the lushness of summer, right?
Oh my God, it's heaven, really.
Right?
It's so nice to be out here and to be together. It's just
I know,
what a
I
wonderful
love
day.
it. It's really a treat.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, I'm Alex Papachristidis, and this is the amazing Kate Brodsky.
Hello.
And we are in their beautiful home in East Hampton.
Thank you.
So it was so interesting because I was trying to think, like, how do we know each other, really?
And I think that it is sort of initially our friendship started because of my shop, KRB, but it really grew and blossomed because of our mutual dear friend, Christopher Spitzmiller.
Which, you know, again, and I became friends with Chris really because I loved his lamps and I used them so much. And then we became close friends. And it's like the same thing with you. So tell us the story of the house and how this all happened and how we got here.
So my husband grew up coming out to East Hampton in the summer, and his parents still have a house very nearby. And we had kind of looked on and off for a while, and nothing was quite right. And I was about 6 months pregnant with our third daughter, and we saw this house, and it needed some love. It didn't have a foundation. So it was a wonderful 1901 shingle house. It had this quirky layout that I thought was great.
It's
where
fabulous.
it's only 23 feet wide.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. I get it.
And all these things, and I kind of loved it all, but it was a project. I turned to Alex and I was like, well, if you ever want a house in East Hampton, I guess this is it. And he was like, okay, done. And he made it happen very quickly because I think he was worried I was going to change my mind.
So here we are in your entrance hall.
Well, that's sort of the funny thing about this house. You walk in directly into the living room. And as you know, that's kind of a no-no. Or you don't do it. You want a place to land.
Well, you know what? It's so funny that you say that because I've never noticed that every time I've been here. And I think you've done that so successfully, Kate, because I don't feel that I walk into the living room. I guess the sofa with its back to us helps.
Yes, for sure.
The no carpet,
the big table really helps. It's a Jacobean style table, and my grandmother had actually picked it out for my parents when they got married, and they had it. It was their dining table, it was their library table, and it had been in the house for a long time, and I had deep sentimental attachment to it, and I was so excited when my mother offered it to me because we'd been sitting around going, this space needs a big table, and I love it here, stacked high with books, with this big dramatic wire urn full of orchids, which is great for the summer, and in the winter I often put like a fern or some other type of plant that I try not to kill, but it's It's fun to stack with books and other treasures we find. Sometimes you'll find dog leashes
Are these
here.
shells you all found on the beach?
They're shells we found on the beach.
That's so sweet. I love that.
The girls found. And
that's great.
Just a few to keep because, you know, we are at the beach.
No, and it makes it a home and it makes it
Totally.
personal. I love the scale, the way you've used that big orchid. And again, I just think it's so great. Didn't you say to me once that your grandmother had a shop and was a decorator?
Yes, my mother's mother, Mimi, was a decorator and had
Was
a
this
shop.
her table?
She purchased it for them. It was never hers personally, but she picked it out.
And she had a shop.
Yep.
So we're 3 generations
Shopkeeping.
of grandmother, daughter, and granddaughter.
I know.
And everybody's a shopkeeper. Is that
Everyone's a
crazy? So it's in your
shopkeeper. I mean,
blood.
exactly.
That was meant to be.
I love retail. What can I say?
Yeah, well, I always say to you, I'm a frustrated shopkeeper, and I would love it. But then I also look at what you do, and I'm like, you know what? Being a decorator is plenty.
It's
fine.
a lot. I get
a
it.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
But this gave us the chance to to create a moment so you feel like you have an entry and you have this moment.
You did it
come in.
so successfully because I probably would have gotten to this house and been like, oh my God, I can't walk into the living room. And you made it work. And what about the floor? The floor is so pretty.
So when we were trying to figure out what to do with the floors, they were this kind of ugly orange color, and I didn't like that.
Oh, you mean like that cherry wood?
Yeah.
That's kind of orangey, and I hate that.
Exactly. And I kind of
So
was
the
like,
floors you didn't change?
we didn't change out the floors. And so we thought about it, but I thought, I really love a painted floor. So instead we thought, let's an opportunity to paint on the floors.
I love that the floors are painted.
It's great. It's easy with the sand and the kids and all that kind of stuff and just the people coming in and out. It's much more durable than people think. And I've asked my painter.
I love a painted floor. I
Yes.
agree with you. I agree. It's great. And the thing that I also like about it is it's so easy to mix all the different woods then in the furniture and it doesn't become so woody. And with this wood table on a wood floor.
It lets me have a lot of brown furniture.
Yeah, which I love. And brown furniture's, so underused nowadays.
Totally. It totally is. And but it's grounding and charming and lovely and real.
And it feels country.
Yeah.
The painted floors to me feel so fresh and country, and I just think it's very successful the way you've done this.
Well, thank you. We coming over here, there were no rugs anywhere, and then I found this rug in London.
Crazy about it, Kate.
And
the
at
colors
Battersea
are what's
Fair
up.
at Joshua Lumley, and I fell in love with it. I was like, this is actually the perfect rug for here.
It's beautiful, and the colors are fresh.
I love the chintz. So hollyhock chintz had always been one of my favorites, and I have what I call.
Is this your mom's?
It's not. It's that famous Lee Joffa chintz called hollyhock, and I had it in my fantasy file. I joke I have a fantasy file of fabrics that I've been falling in love with, or pieces of furniture.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, and so I pulled it out. And my mother goes, "You're gonna need chintz because you got dirty kids, and I know you're getting another dog."
It wears like iron.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it wears like iron.
It's fantastic, and the glaze is so helpful. Brush that dirt and sand right off.
And we're also from the same school. You believe in living in your house like I do. You
have to live in your house.
I just think that people who
what are you saving it for?
That. Yeah, what are you saving it for?
Yeah.
And your kids and your dog should be in your living room.
Yep.
I always say it's called your living room because you're meant to live in it.
100%.
And I love that you're also like that. And also you use all your best things and you enjoy everything.
You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's definitely how I was raised.
Right.
It's kind of like you do the best for family because they're the people you love the most.
Exactly.
It's a very comfortable room. These came from my parents' house. That was in my parents' house.
And you just
growing
slip
up.
covered these, right? Are they slip covered?
Yeah,
which I
they're
love.
slip covered.
Yeah, I like that too. It also makes them feel a little less formal, right? The slip cover just feels yummy and country. Yeah.
Totally. And I had this in my fantasy file, it was I want a club fender. So we made a big old club fender,
Which is
and
great.
it's fun for kids.
In that orange, I love it. It's like that kind of corally. It's so pretty, so great.
The racetrack ottoman and the Edwardian style armchair were both pieces from my mother's late store, Hollyhock. She produced an enormous amount of furniture, and we are going to start producing it again.
Oh, that's great.
That is for our 2025.
Oh, I love that. So you're going to start making upholstery and things?
That is the hope. I mean,
I think that's so
we're
great.
going to start really, really small. But I want to bring back these special shapes that I feel like she was really well known for and had a following for.
And it's also then that's like, it's also your mom's, and it's bringing your mom back.
It feels good.
I love it.
it.
I love that. I like,
You know?
I loved my mother so much, and she was such an inspiration to me too.
I know.
And
we share
we're
that.
from the same school, and I think it's so important and so great. Without our mothers, we wouldn't be the people we are today.
You preach into the choir.
Right. And I love the way you've done these big ferns on pedestals over here. This is so,
I
love
have a
that.
major pedestal problem where I can't seem to find I buy pedestals and one-off chairs, and I can't stop. And I love these. I want to say these are from Kim Faison.
They're just great.
I bought them at the Nashville Antique Show a couple of years ago, and I love them. And in the winter, I'll usually do a begonia that I've brought in from outside.
Wow.
But in the summer, I try and keep the ferns alive for as long as possible.
I know, they're beautiful. They look great. They look great. And also, as I always say, the plants sort of make the room feel lived in and cozy and
Totally.
homey, right?
100%.
Tell me about the art over the mantle. What's that?
This is a Robert Mangold print. I love contemporary art. I am not super knowledgeable about it, but I have a dear friend of mine, Courtney Daniel Schaefer, who I always say is my unofficial art advisor, and she helped us choose this piece. And I think that the contemporary aspect of it is nice foil to all my brown furniture and my chintz and all these things.
It feels youthful. It feels youthful and fresh.
And it's good. And I do actually like this many candles. When we come in after dinner, if it's already dark, we'll light them all, and it is fabulous.
Well, I love that because you've just used these brass candlesticks, but they look modern and fresh and young in the way that you use things.
It's
and I
fun
always
to
say to
collect them.
well, you understand that, and I think that's such a nice thing, that antiques can still look fresh
Totally.
and stylish,
Totally.
used in a unique way. I love that tablescape over there. I love the way you've done these little, tell me, that's so chic.
My mother died in March of 2023.
Right.
And she had this wonderful house in Montecito, and I sold it, but I've been working on incorporating more of the pieces into my life and upgrading things. And this early 18th century table was one of the pieces that came from Montecito. And I loved it. I love the scale of it. I think it looks great here, and I love having it in my life. I love having her pieces take on another life in my family's life.
It's also so nice for your girls because then they
wonderful.
have their grandmother's things
Totally.
that they're living with.
I know, we're all, for better or for worse, at least my middle child is as deeply sentimental as I am. So it's nice for us to have them.
Do you think any of the girls have your shop decorating home bug thing?
I think maybe the middle, although she could really do anything, and maybe possibly the youngest. My oldest could if she wanted, but she's always like, Mommy, you hung one picture in my room. I don't need any more pictures. And I'm like, well, I got like 6 more that I'm about to pull out.
She's a minimalist?
She's a minimalist.
Oh my God, that's
I know,
not good for
isn't
you and me.
It's really funny. She's like, whoa, there's already one color in this room.
And how about Alex? How involved is he in the
He
decorating?
has opinions. I would say he's most opinionated about color.
Okay.
He likes clear, bright, fresh color. I mean, left to my own devices, everything would be like dirty green and like weird and all that kind of stuff.
Because I don't see that as being you at all. So that's where you compromise.
That kind of is,
Yeah.
and I do love.
Because
all
I
the
love
bright
your
color.
color sense, and I
no,
thought it was all you, but it's him too.
It is. I mean, it is, but it's all sort of like I think he brings out a specific part of it, but it's good. It's like I have a client to work with. If it was just me, I would never make any decisions.
You have to be that way. Look, I always ask Scott's opinion, and I'm always interested to hear, and I think that's important. I love the geranium.
The geraniums,
That's
the
so
tortured
great.
geraniums.
I love it.
I love them. This I started doing 5 or 6 years ago. Learning to become a gardener has been humbling. Learning how to, and I'm very much still learning, but the geraniums are somewhat forgiving, and I like it when they get all tortured like this. And this
So
happens
great.
because they reach for the light. But they make me happy, and they come, I have a lot of them outside, and they come in during the winter, which has been really fun. This is another pedestal because I have an addiction to pedestals. And this is an example of the leech bowl, the KRB leech bowl that we make. I had a 19th century, I collect 19th century American glass. And I bought a leech bowl that was this big and it was clear. And I absolutely loved it. And then I thought, what if we did it in colors? And so we started.
Is this lacquer? It's glass?
It's glass. Yeah, it's glass. And then we've mostly done them in translucent glass, and we just started doing them in opaque glass. And this is the moss green.
I love them.
And naturally, I had to take one home. But they're wonderful. They're great for giant arrangements like this. I have another one in the dining room I'll show you that is filled with pokeweed.
Love it.
And when they're empty, I like them empty too. They're very sculptural.
They're beautiful.
And I think they're strong, and they're like, that's something that could, if I didn't have that wire, that wire urn there, that could easily hold the space, which is what I like.
They're great looking. Love it. I love it. And I love all your needlepoint pillows. So, did you make those?
I made the needlepoint pillows because I've always had like old lady crafts. That's always been my thing. So I have done this pillow, and I did this pillow and that pillow over there, and I do other smaller things.
I love that.
You know, and lots of like half-finished Christmas stockings for my children that never got finished.
I love that. I
pillows are easier.
I love that you're so craftsy. And needlepointing, I almost wanted to learn needlepoint. Is it hard?
You should. No, it's fabulous.
Learn?
It's so relaxing.
Well, when you're sitting on
me?
an airplane, or you're waiting in the airport,
No, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
You're on your way somewhere.
Or you're at like jury duty.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's very rhythmic
those things.
and meditative, and that's what appeals to me about it. It's like a nice way to like bring your heart rate down, but it's wonderful.
I don't really know when you find the time to do that, but okay.
Interstitial spaces. Like when I'm watching family movies with my children, and I'm like, I didn't pick this movie. Cool. I'm like, I'm gonna need a point. The house is from 1901. It's like 1901 open plan, in that the rooms really flow into each other, and it works really well for us both in the summer and the winter. We come out here a lot in the winter with our kids. It's a great way to have like forced family time. And you know, I'll light a fire early in the morning and just keep it going all day, and the kids will read, and you know, we'll play Scrabble. And
so this is a year-round house to you,
it's a year-round
our
house
is to
yeah,
us. We like it out. I love it out here in the winter, and I love it off season, right? I think
Me too.
And I mean, this season, it's the traffic and the congestion. It's
been a lot.
It's crazy. So it's really nice to come here and enjoy it. So tell us. So then you.
So we found this house,
right.
And you know, we knew it needed a new foundation. It had some rotting posts holding it up, and so I called Dick Corey's and James Sharon, and I said, "Come see this house we bought with no foundation." And they were like, "Okay," but it was wonderful because we'd already worked together, so they kind of already knew. I don't want to say what I cared about, but kind of how I like to work. I like things to feel intentional. I wanted to save the best parts of this house, which I thought were the flow that already existed. And
so are the rooms the same size?
Everything is the same.
Okay.
We did not add anywhere.
Oh, so this is the house.
This is the house with the layout. As far as the actual building envelope, we didn't add anything. So and this is really the layer of the room.
It, Kate.
No.
You detailed it, and you changed
sure.
the interior. I mean, it's so good looking, and so, but there is a naturalness to it that is if it's always been here.
Totally, and that was the goal, was to make it, to preserve the best of what the house felt like, while making it work for a family with 3 children and now 2 dogs and lots of cousins. And
do you think you get that from your mother? Your sort of sense of classicism and your sense of things being, kept, preserving, original, and kind of not.
I mean, I grew up in an old house. I grew up in an old house. I grew up surrounded by antiques. It was just always assumed that, get an old house. Right. So it doesn't, the issues that arise with old houses, not that there aren't issues, there are many. I was just
new houses.
I was just trained to think that was normal. Like, oh yeah, well, yep. Those weighted windows, we'll have to replace them, or like fix the pulley system and the thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, but what was wonderful about this, and what was wonderful about working with Dick and James, is having them help us figure it out. And it's like, where we did change things, like we rearranged some of the bathrooms upstairs, making it feel like it was intentional and it had been done with purpose. And I love working with them. They make me so happy.
I think they're so talented, and I think They really have such a great sense of style. So Kate, this is the room where you spend most of your time as a family, right?
We spend a lot of time as a family here. Most nights you can find Alex and myself here. Alex likes that corner for his drink. He can see everything, he can see the dogs. I intend to end up somewhere in the middle or over at the puzzle table, and the girls end up in between with the dogs. And
I love the size of this sofa.
It's a wonderful size. So when we moved in, I was like, is it crazy to just do one long sofa? Because I kept trying all these permutations of floor plans. And I just want to tell you, whenever I would ask my mother's opinion, she would be like, well, did you draw it in plan? And I was like, no, because I'm not good at that. But I would tape it out and try and figure it out. And then I called my old boss, Jeffrey Bilhuber. And I was like,
I didn't know you worked for Jeff?
He was my first job out of college.
What did you do there?
I was his personal assistant for a year.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful
I
experience.
never knew that.
Yeah.
Again, see, we learn new things
You
about
learn
each other
things
all the time.
Right? But I asked Jeffrey, I was like, how do I make this not crazy? Because I asked my mother and she's like, I don't know what to tell you. I've never made a 17-foot long sofa. And he gave me great advice, and it had a lot to do with lowering the platform of the sofa a little bit, of this part, and then increasing the depth of the cushions. And it was brilliant because I don't think they're things that you notice, but they make it look not crazy.
Okay.
I mean, or I think they make it look...
No, it doesn't look crazy at all.
It tweaked the proportion just enough, so I'm eternally grateful to Jeffrey for that. But it's really cozy. It's cozy in the winter. You know, it's full of sun in the winter.
Yeah, see, I love the windows on three sides. I mean, that's probably what draws you into the room so much.
Totally.
The natural light. Yes.
The awnings come down in the winter, so there's even more light. It's nice because it has something for everyone. If whoever's not into it can do the puzzle.
Love the puzzles. We do puzzles on our screened-in porch. We love a puzzle in the winter, and I love that.
Yeah, we love it. We also, sometimes the puzzle moves and we do Scrabble and things like that, but it gets a little competitive. So
I love that. A New Yorker puzzle, right?
Yeah,
that's great.
of a bookstore.
My mother, that was her favorite, was the New Yorker magazine. My mother loved that. It was her favorite.
Well, I'm lucky also because one of my brother-in-laws loves puzzles too, so we trade puzzles.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I'll usually, like, at the end of the summer, I'll drop a stack off for him, or he'll drop some off for me, which is
okay. I love to know that you love puzzles. And of course, a proper dog bed.
A proper dog bed.
For the kids to take a nap.
For the dogs to fight over. I think one of the things that I really thought about when we were doing this house is that how the rooms really do flow into each other. And as much as I love color, the eye also needs a place to rest.
Right.
So the funny thing that happens is people perceive this house as being wildly packed with color, but it's really the floors.
Right.
So this room has...
Well, you have everything's sort of one color in here. I mean, it's all pink. I mean, there's not a lot of different colors.
And I have to tell you, the walls and the ceiling are onyx white. Yeah. And it's a lot of it is the reflection of the Bombay red check on the floor. And then Chris Pearson did this floor. He did a beautiful job.
I love the check floor.
It's great. Also, he was like, if I tweak the diamonds slightly, I can make them fit perfectly. I was like, do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a lot of math. I can't do that.
No, we do that too. We do that too. Yeah.
See, but I'm not a designer, so I don't know. I was like, that's genius.
But sweetheart, you work with people who understand it. Look, even for designers, we can't think everything through ourselves. There's so many bloody details. Yeah. You need to work with good quality people who know what they're doing, who are going to stop that. I'm doing a job right now on a porch, and I said, we cannot have those little tiles. So we've got to get the proportion of things right so that you get a half tile with a border so that it works. It's all about, because again, we are classicists at heart, and we care about the way everything ends and the detail of how things are, and it shows.
Well, I always
but that's
say,
your education.
Yes.
So you can say you're not a designer, but you've been educated and lived with a mother who was an incredible decorator. So if we were gonna say what's your style, how would you describe your style?
I would say colorful, traditional, but fresh, not bound by the rules. I like to know the rules so I can really do whatever I want.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel, I mean, it feels really stylish and well put together and decorated. It doesn't feel like, happy hands at home, as I call
Yes,
it.
no.
You do not, this looks decorated, my
sophisticated.
angel.
No,
and you did it yourself, but
Yes.
you have a strong sense of decorating.
I definitely have a strong sense.
You could be a decorator if you wanted to be.
Decorating is so hard, though. Like, that is like another skill set. I would need to go back to school. Like, listen, I am so impressed by decorators. It's so hard.
Kate, a lot of it's innate, and you have that innate sense of style. And, look, I went to school. I went to Parsons for one semester. I left. I never worked for anybody. You learn it, and you know what you're doing. I mean, it's clear in this house that you could be a decorator if you chose to be. So let's go into your magical dining room and see that now. So obviously your love of gardening is coming back into here, right, Kate? I mean, look at these flowers.
Yes, well, even before I knew how to garden, I've always loved green. I love lushness. I love vegetation and foliage. And I was trying to figure out what to do in this room because the wainscoting comes so high, and I didn't want to change that because it had been original to the house. And so I decided to do a mural. And I was talking with my mother about it, and she always worked with a gentleman named Bob Christian, and they had a very long working partnership together. And she said, well, call Bob and tell him your idea. And I was like, I just don't feel like the idea is still like forming in my head. Well, just to have a conversation with him. She's like, I think that it'll work out. So I called Bob and I said, I want it to be like a garden, but where everything is blooming at the same time. Like it's a fantasy garden.
I love the way it's sort of wrapping onto the ceiling a little bit. I love that detail. It's so beautiful.
And I sent him pictures of the room, and he sent me the most beautiful watercolor I've ever seen.
I hope you kept that.
Oh yeah, no.
It's framed somewhere.
Yes, totally. And I go, oh, yes, I didn't know this is what I wanted, but this is exactly it. And that's pretty much what he did here.
It's lovely, Kate. Really lovely. And you sell these chairs, right?
Yes, these chairs are by Mike Diaz. He's a Mexican-American furniture designer.
I love what he does.
I love what he does, too.
I bought a mirror from you of his. I love what he does.
I love what he does. His background is as an antiques dealer, and I like the way his brain works.
I agree.
He travels and is deeply inspired by his travels, and so it'll be something with Mesoamerican flavor, and then a little something with an inspiration from a Japanese temple he saw.
It's super stylish. I think
Sicilian Baroque.
I think it's
very
so
cool
interesting, Kate. It feels like modern antiques.
Yes.
Right?
Well, totally. And
I love your dining chairs. They're so pretty.
Those are super fun.
Yeah.
I tend to leave the dining table pretty empty if we're not in here. There's so much action that goes on in my house, and as soon there's a child who's got a project and they want to do it on here,
okay,
and
great. So you're using your dining room as other things also, which
always.
is great.
There's always someone coloring, doing this,
right? Great.
studying for a test.
It's great.
And so I kind of tend to leave it a little uncluttered because it is a big work service for us.
Well, and also, what a nice place to do a project in this room.
It's great.
With this enchanting magical garden that's
it is magical.
Always in bloom. It's so pretty. And I love what you did on the fireplace
Isn't
surround.
that cool?
So
Again,
what is that?
It's tile, and I'm gonna get the name wrong, but it's basically a Delft technique. It's not Delft tile, clearly. And Dick and James found it.
So good looking.
It's one of those things. That's why I love working with them. They're like, we found this tile. I was like, I feel like tile. They're like,
great looking.
We found this tile. We think you're gonna love it, and I did. And that's kind of how it goes with them, and why I like working with them.
No, it's great.
They're like, what about this?
And I love the way you put this. This. Really?
I like brown furniture.
Yeah. Well, if you think about
traditional.
it, it's just a wonderful. High boy in here like this, and it's
handsome
practical,
looking.
And I think it's so good looking. And then, of course, our favorite Christopher Spitzmiller lamps.
Yes, and my
top.
favorite glaze, which I feel like is completely underrated. This is the green Celadon glaze, and it's my favorite.
So pretty.
I think it just is the glowiest, prettiest.
I love
color.
the batik lampshades. They're so pretty.
Those
You
are
sell
fun.
those, don't you?
We do. Vintage silk sari
so
shades.
Pretty. Yeah. So pretty.
Always have a bar set up. In general, when people come, we'll add an ice bucket, and it's kind of often.
I love the little mushroom lamp.
The mushroom lamp.
I just bought one of those for a client.
They're great.
From the store. They're so pretty.
It's great ambient light, and they're really pretty. It's Atelier MVM, and they're just, you need a little bit of humor or I need a little bit of
Honey,
humor.
I agree with you.
Can't all be serious.
Can't all be serious, and I love to bring nature into the
Yes,
house. The way
totally.
you do too.
Yes.
You know, we love to have flowers and animals and things. I love all that. It also makes the house feel cozy, I think.
Totally. I'm with you completely.
So should we go into the kitchen?
Let's
next?
go into the kitchen.
Let's go.
This is the kitchen.
I love the red, Kate.
But again, the red's on the floor and on the island. Everything else is white.
Yeah, I love. Well, you use color, but you don't overuse it. It still feels fresh. It doesn't feel heavy. You know.
Well, thank you. It's just the whole house is a family house. It's a family kitchen. I mean, this is a cake my daughter Beatrice made last night.
So pretty. I
know.
love it.
She's been like going hard on the Martha Stewart cake cookbook, which is great.
I love that.
I know. I love that they love all these
You know
things.
what? I love also the way you've taken these Chinese lamps with the lacquer shades and put them in here. I love that. I mean,
It's
that's
very my mother. These were in the attic at my mother's house in Los Angeles, and I was like, "Can I have these?" And she was like, "You can have those." She's like, "Your grandmother also picked those out for me when I got married."
Oh, is that great?
It's not. Some of the things are things that she was like didn't have a place in her life.
But
at that
I've never
exact
seen
moment.
that. I've never seen somebody take lamps and put them on their kitchen counter
well,
like
thank
that.
you.
And it makes the kitchen so much more interesting. And what did you use on the counter, Kate? I think that's
This is a type of Belgian soapstone.
Yeah, that's what I
and
thought.
I'm not
I
gonna
love
lie,
it.
it's not for everyone. It has a wax finish.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I loved it because it has all these
Yeah,
little
it's killer. It almost fossil.
fossilized-
Yeah, it's killer chic.
But also, like, it stains.
But I don't mind that. It looks so chic. Really, it looks great. And I love, again, the way you put the tiles back here, the red and white stars. But it's not too much.
Yes.
You know, it's just a little bbit. It's not overdone. And what's this light fixture?
I want to say this is...
Is it vintage?
No, it's new. Wow, I totally do. I'm going to find out.
It's so chic. I love it.
It's a contemporary company, and I love it. And this was another thing in my fantasy file.
I love it.
And I thought it just was fun and a little bit...
How do I love that you have our
And
everyday
it has
elegance cook. Oh my God. So this is something that my partner Lisa and I make, and Kate bought from us. I love that.
But we use it all the time. I think
look at those.
the last time you were here, I think we had cherries in it.
Is that Chris's cookies?
No, they're from Round Swamp.
Okay, whatever. That's just as good.
We can't make everything.
We love Chris's cookies.
We love Chris's cookies, but it's like a very family, like, this is not super sexy, it's melamine.
I love this table. Kate, this is my, I always say, this is my guilty pleasure repeat, this table. Do you know that I use this table because there's no table that wears like this, that you can put any chair in. There's no apron.
Yep.
There's a pedestal base. It doesn't get in your way.
It's fantastic.
It's almost indestructible. And I love it on the red floor, the way you did this. So what is the floor,
So
Kate?
the floor is spatter paint, which is sort of like a traditional New England design. I had Chris Pearson
So it's
do this as well.
painted.
It's painted. Yeah. So the whole thing with...
I thought it was like tile or something. It's painted.
No, it's paint. One of the things that
Crazy
we've come to
chic.
realize, I was like, because I keep asking my painter, I'm like, why are our painted floors wearing so well? People think that it's wild that I have, 3 kids, 2 dogs, like an insane amounts of sand, and that the floors are in relatively good shape.
I'm going to copy you on this. I want to do
should.
this.
It's
I
great.
love this. I think this is so good looking.
You
You're
have to-
polyurethane.
No, the trick is you have to let the paint dry for a week between coats, which is bonkers.
Wait, say that again?
So if it's 2 coats of paint, like the spatter paint is like decorative on top of that.
Right, yeah.
But so if there were 2 coats of red,
Right.
he let it cure an entire week between the 2.
Okay.
Which I was like, seriously? He's like, yeah, that's how we did your whole house.
And that's how it doesn't chip.
That's why it's so much more durable. And I'm like, it definitely wears in places, but like considering that we've been in this house 8 years and like we live pretty hard.
It looks great. It looks great.
Kids are not exactly careful.
It looks great. And I love your island, so chic.
That's Dick and James.
So chic.
I'm like, make me love it. I'm like conflicted about an island.
No, it's so good
I
looking.
definitely had a mother who was like, table in the kitchen.
I love the island. I love the way, again, it's like really classic but modern and fresh.
Yeah.
And I adore the way you did the red handrails going down the stairs.
Yes, it's fun. So I know it's really unsexy, but this is our fridge and all of its chaos. With 3 kids and 2 dogs, everything is on a list. Usually this has meal planning on it so that people, i.e. my children, we don't constantly fight about food. If you know we're having salmon Tuesday, like maybe you won't be angry about it. Who knows? My 9-year-old did this picture of my husband.
Oh my God.
And a lot of these are Delphine's. Delphine is almost 9, and they're a lot of her artwork. And of course, I let her I can't not let her put it up. Like,
I think
she's
it's
proud of
homey
it.
and charming.
You know, art is really important. Having my children paint and draw is something that I really encourage. Right. We set up still lives. Like we have like watercolor afternoons. I think it's such a pleasurable part of life. And that's kind of fallen out of vogue. So I'm always like, it's coloring afternoon, Saturday.
And what better place to see it than have it on the refrigerator, right? Because you're going to see it all the time every time you open the fridge.
And sometimes, we end up, all these things I think are Delphine, she must have cleared up. But I have like nieces and nephews stuff up here on occasion. Like if you draw something and you want to put it in the fridge, great. This is our gallery. Like
it's great.
We love to see it.
I love it.
Yeah, Delphine did tell me though that there were a few pieces she'd like me to frame. Okay. It's
great. It's great. So should we go down and see?
Let's go down.
Yeah?
Do you want to see China up here or China downstairs?
Let's do a little bit of both.
Okay. You can never go wrong. I mean, I have a lot of China. There would be even more space. I'm like, do we need that closet? Alex is like, you can't have the mechanical closet.
You and I are both the same way too, right? I told you I've gotten rid of every coat closet in my house and they're all dish closets.
Of course.
I have no more coat closets.
Of course.
Coats go to the basement.
This is our dear friend Christopher Spitzmiller. I love
the color.
This is the watermelon. I love all this marbleized. This is the new breakfast cup, which I've been literally badgering him about. I'm like, I want another breakfast.
I saw it in the shop the other day and loved it. And I said, I love the scale. I took a picture of the cup because I love a big cup like that.
Because this is how much tea or coffee or whatever I want.
I'm the same way.
But I love it. I have this in multiple colors. It looks wonderful. And then this, because I am, again, such a sentimentalist, this is like a well-known Italian carnation pattern.
My mother had these dishes.
Well, I was going to say, you know why I have them is because our next door neighbor growing up, who still lives there, Jennifer Vane, had these, and I was just fell in love with them at like the age of 8. And
it's like so sentimental to see these.
I'm a sentimental fool.
No, but
That's what I'm telling you.
No, I love them. My mother had these.
I was crazy for them, and when I saw
they're so pretty.
I found some place to make them, or that was making them, right when we were finishing up the house, and I was like, it was meant to be. And so
they couldn't be more your color palette, right?
It's a great color palette. It's red, it's green, it's all that fun stuff.
I love them.
And then the other thing that I have a lot of, which I really love, is all this Cabana Janori.
Fun, really fun.
It's great looking. It goes in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
So my children love it.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. They don't mind setting the table with those.
Exactly, but it's like bright and fun, and it's great for out here. But that's what's up here. So the diamond pane windows were an original design element from the house. And I had wanted to save the original windows. As we went to restore them, they just sort of disintegrated. So we ended up remaking them. But I really love them, and I think they're totally charming and appropriate for a shingle house from 1901. And Dick and James know that I get so caught up in these sort of details. Like, I love them the most.
Well, it's also because your floor doesn't have a pattern on it, and it sort of brings the pattern back into the room.
Totally.
But in a new way. It's totally great looking. I love it. I think you did a great job.
And then just lots and lots and lots of cookbooks. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I read cookbooks more than actually use them these days.
I like that too.
But I still like to read them.
Well, also, don't you think that if you read the cookbooks, then later on you'll come up with an inspiration for a meal?
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, and also the fun thing is all 3 of my girls love to bake. So there's always like...
So do you girls all bake together?
That would be too easy, Alex. No. The 16-year-old wants to bake separately from the 13-year-old wants to bake separately from the 9-year-old.
So you mean you're baking with everybody?
Yeah, well, 16-year-old doesn't need me. Are you kidding me? She's better than I am. The 13-year-old, she likes some assist. The 9-year-old definitely needs help. Otherwise, she's like, I have made a magical potion, and I would love you to taste it.
Oh, God, that's so cute.
No,
So, Obviously, we got a little sneak peek of the things you use in the kitchen, but I know what a collector you are. Can we go downstairs and see the real china closet?
Let's go check it out.
Let's go. So here we are. I feel like we're going into...
I know. So this is a little bit more of the china. I love old china. I love new china. So this is a really beautiful plate.
Oh, here's the dinner dishes.
Yeah. Spode. 19th century. It's just really beautiful. I love it.
Lovely.
I love the smaller size of the antique dinner plates. I think they're really charming. Sometimes they don't work as well.
Well, but what's nice is also then, you know, it's not piling up food.
Totally.
I like it, actually. Let people have seconds.
Always.
You know, it's so much more elegant. Food looks prettier. I hate mounds of food.
I'm with you.
In Europe, you never eat like that. You don't have these big plates. I think it's so elegant. Oh, well, we never saw those. Those are the dragons.
Isn't that wild?
That's gorgeous.
I mean, so wild. I just crazy for
that's
them.
That's gorgeous.
Like, I love these so much, I'm always tempted to hang them on the wall.
They're great. They're great.
But then I get sad because I can't use them on the table.
Well, you know what you could do? You could do... Did you ever see that Mangiardino room where the plates were like sort of almost popped into something? I bet they could be put into like a panel that you pop them out of, and that it's like a door like this.
Okay.
And then you make a hole in it, and then the door has...
And then I can swap them out? I love it.
Well, I mean, if they're the right size.
Well, we'd have to hunt for a lot that were the right size.
Wouldn't that be such a pity to have to go shopping?
It would be terrible. It would be, but someone has to do it. I love these.
Those are fun. What are those?
Carolina Irving and Daughters. Aren't those
Oh, yeah, those
fun?
are. I've never seen those. They're
Aren't
great.
they great looking?
Yeah, I love them.
These guys are also from them, and I kind of
Yeah,
love
I
them.
love those. Those are great too.
Together.
So fun.
I
so
have
stylish.
these wonderful. I mean, I have so many Chris Spitzmiller plates. Aren't those wonderful? Those are from Casa Gusto.
Yeah,
and I think they're really beautiful.
I love that store in Palm Beach. It's my favorite store in Palm Beach.
It's so much fun.
Those are Chris?
These are Chris. This is a collaboration Chris did with Marion McAvoy.
Oh, I love them.
And they're all
great.
These, and they're
well,
really...
you sell Marion's things
I sell
too.
Marion's things.
And she does fabrics now and
She
does
does
all
fabrics.
Yeah,
she
it's
does
really
porch,
wonderful
she
what
does
she's doing.
mirrors,
Yeah. I've never seen the dishes. I love them.
I
Where do
think
you buy
they're
the dishes?
You can order them from KRB, and you can also
great.
get them directly from Chris.
I didn't see these in the store.
They were in the store
Were
at
they?
one point. Everything's been in the store at one point. Some things just don't last very long.
Right. Well, right.
But you know, it's fun to have, and then it's like.
Oh, that's more of that
I know.
set. Beautiful.
I always would say that my mother was my china dealer. She would call me and be like, "There's an odd lot. There's like 10 salad plates, 8 dinners. Isn't that fun?
That's stunning.
Isn't that great?
So that's beautiful.
So good. I have a ton of that.
Oh my God! Look how beautiful it is on the inside. I
know,
love
I'm crazy
this.
for it.
That's
down
gorgeous.
Here,
I
down
love
here,
that. That would actually work for me too. I've never even seen that pattern.
Isn't
Do you
it?
know what that's
Yeah.
called?
No, but I'll find
Is
out.
it Japan? What is it? It's like they're dry, but it's so.
It's definitely English ironstone, but you know, I could use a good peroxide bath. But
oh, is that how you clean these?
yeah, it's really, really. So you need to buy food grade peroxide.
What is that? Like hydrogen peroxide? You mean?
Yes, but I mean, someone's going to think you're doing something nefarious. So you.
Why
have to,
would they think you're doing?
Because you can't. It will burn your skin off.
Oh,
so
really?
you need to put like industrial gloves on, but you
Wow.
put it in a tub and then you slide it in and leave it overnight, and it eats all of like the stuff that collects under the crazing.
Oh wow!
This is not my original thing; it's a John Rosselli thing.
That's genius.
I know.
Well, John Rosselli would know those things.
John Rosselli
That's
would
so
know
pretty
these.
too. I love that.
Aren't these sweet? My mother gave these to me. You know, they're just 19th century lusterware, and they're just
They're
sort
beautiful.
of.
I love them. Love them. And again, that they where your
little
mom
bit-
gave them to you. You know, I have things like that. I love that.
Totally.
It makes you think of your mother always.
Exactly. You know, I have all sorts. And this is funny French faience.
Oh, that's charming.
Like
yes.
charming.
A little schmozery.
Exactly. But also, let's see what's over here. I mean, literally, I can't stop.
Love those.
This is. I'm crazy for this. This is from La Tuileries, and it's this whole set.
Oh, that's
of,
beautiful.
Plates and servingware and bowls.
It's beautiful.
With
Like seascapes.
With seascapes.
This is
And
beautiful.
I try and do like a big paella dinner at least once a year.
That's beautiful. But
And
that's
like-
more of a winter dish. So pretty.
Yeah, well, or you can get it like on a good rainy,
Yeah,
on a
that's
good
beautiful.
rainy August day, like
That's
we've been
beautiful.
having.
I love that. I love
What
that.
else is interesting? Ooh, these are fun.
Oh, those are beautiful too. Marbleized. Mm-hmm. Those
I
are
love
fun.
those
Yeah.
sludgy colors.
Uh-huh.
You know, all sorts of good stuff. And then, oh wait, sorry.
No.
We could do this for days.
I love this.
I
Oh,
am
yeah,
bonkers for
yeah,
these.
Yeah. Is this the woman in Paris who does these?
I got them. This is Cabana Capri, Helen White. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, it's the woman in Paris who does them. They're beautiful.
You know.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
I'm strictly retail, baby.
Yeah. They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
And then
Well, no, excuse me. You're not strictly retail. You're a dealer yourself,
I know,
my
but
darling.
I don't do tabletop.
Okay.
This is also kind of fun to see over here.
Oh, I love that.
And this is my linen. This is like the tablecloth.
I love that. Look how organized you are.
It's very organized. Well, also because I never remember how big anything is. So, and I think everything fits everything, which it does not. So it's very helpful to me to go, okay, that'll fit on the upstairs table.
Right, that's great. That's genius.
I have moments
You have to be organized like that to live the life you live. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you're not organized, you just can't do everything. And that's why organization
You still can't do everything, but it helps.
It helps to do a lot, sweetheart. I'm not saying, but you do
Totally.
a lot.
I do do a
And
lot.
I think your organization level is what makes you able to do that. What's
For
in this
sure.
closet?
This was of course supposed to be all napkins, but there's of course
A little bit of
more
the glasses spill over,
But
right?
also, these are all napkins. It's a real mix. Some vintage, some new, some really beautiful leontine linen ones are mixed in there. This is fun. This is
Your
kind
flower
of
room?
Flower room, service kitchen, second kitchen. We use it a lot when we serve, when we eat downstairs by the pool. But it's great. It's a great staging area. You can do buffet from here, and it hides a multitude of sins. You know, a dishwasher and an ice machine, and and a second fridge.
Right, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's full of. I don't even know if you want to see that, but that's full of flower vessels.
Yeah, love. We love that. Great.
And more plates because I have a problem. What can I say?
And I love the frogs you sell. You know, I'm obsessed with your frogs. Yeah, of course. Those are so pretty.
So many frogs, lusterware, all the different, and we rotate things. I rotate things.
I see
in and
that
out.
new Christopher Spitz Miller
Oh, yeah.
faux bois bucket that I love.
fun?
Yeah.
I love this
yeah,
one.
I love that. I love that.
Well, I'm a really mediocre.
Chris
flower
said he
waitress.
actually, I think he said that he got that idea from a silver one that I have in my house when he came and stayed with me.
Oh,
His is
fabulous.
taller. I mean,
Uh-huh.
he made his own interpretation of it, but I have this beautiful silver faux bois bucket
Love
that I
it.
had made in Paris. And you sell, I love, this is Francis Palmer, right?
No, this
Sorry.
is Francis Palmer,
Oh, okay.
which we do sell, and then this is Nicholas Newcomb.
Oh, I love Nicholas too. I
and
love
he does
them all.
these wonderful banded vases as well as these.
They're so
That are
pretty,
great.
so
This is
pretty.
Francis Palmer. There's some other
And
Francis
don't you
Palmer.
collect glass too, Kate?
I do. So I collect that's actually 20th century, but a lot of 19th century American glass.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like weird things like this. A lot of it's in the city, but
Beautiful. Look at that color.
I love the
mean, it's so
colors and like
pretty.
this sort of funny hat shape
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff.
it's wonderful.
Um,
and you just
and-
put plants and flowers in those.
Yeah.
Great.
Or like cheese straws if you're having people.
Love.
Like just, or like tall
Right.
celery sticks for weird crudité.
Love.
Just everything has like 65 purposes.
Well, that's great.
Like these, which my mother always encouraged me to buy. They're celery vases.
I love them. Yeah,
And
I have those too.
They're great for flowers. They're also great to put.
Well, they're also the right size mouth for a flower vase.
Totally.
Yes, they work well.
Also, they're great if you
Yeah.
have a buffet. She always put forks and knives in them, so you
great.
could just grab them and
Great.
go.
It's great.
But yeah, and you can see more of the glass here.
Beautiful. So pretty.
The big ones these were from a Mario Boata sale. I was like, oh, that's what I need, more glass. But I couldn't resist the color.
They're
because
beautiful.
And then these are ones that I make. This color is unbelievably difficult to reproduce.
So wait, you make this one?
We make the
Okay,
green ones, the
right.
lime green ones. And then this set of 4 was from a Mario Boata sale.
I bought from Mario too. I have a lot of things from Mario.
There were a lot of sales.
Yeah, and a lot of us bought
They were
from
good.
that, right? We all have things from Mario. I loved Mario, who was great.
Yeah.
Again, the lamps
An
on
icon.
the counter.
It's
love
very
that.
Suzanne. I feel like it's very
That's
my
so
mother, and it's
interesting.
something that she taught me to do.
I love
because
it.
she was very much like decorate it like it's a room.
Well, and
you
also
know?
the thing that's also so nice is the downlight is so not charming and intimate. And lampshade light.
Nobody looks good.
Right. Lampshade light brings that light into the
Totally.
room, but in a very sort of human, cozy way.
100%.
So should we go upstairs and see the bedrooms now?
Let's go.
Okay, let's
on
go.
out. I've always loved design people. I grew up, my mother was a well-known interior designer, and she had a store for
I knew
30
you were
years.
amazing mother, and I thought she was
I
so
know.
wonderful and such a lady and so incredible.
Well,
she had
thank
great
you.
taste, and she was just a divine, beautiful, wonderful
Well,
person.
thank you so much. So much of, clearly my shop is inspired by her shop, Hollyhock.
But it's
which
your own thing,
For
which
sure.
I love. And I
100%.
loved your mother's store in LA. I shopped there.
Yeah.
I was a customer. But again, and that's kind of the thing that I think is so great about you. Yes, you have this great decorative history, but you're totally your own person.
Well, thank you.
And I
Thank you.
love that. And I
She
think
definitely
it's so
encouraged
chic,
me to be my own person.
which is nice.
She was very much like, you don't need to.
Which is really nice
When
that she was like that.
When I was talking about opening a store in New York, she was never like, she's like, don't do like Hollyhock East or something like that. She's like, do your own thing, be your own person. Like, I support you fully, and I think this is great, but like, do your own, kind of have your own vision in the best way.
And I love that you have this decorating shop, because I think that, I've been doing this for 37 years, and I guess my first really beloved decorating shop was Charlotte Moss's.
Yes,
Which I loved, and I followed her from location to location to location. Then it was Slacken and Company.
Yes.
And of course, I'm friends with Charlotte, and I'm dear, dear friends with the Slackens
Right.
through their shop. And then, and then you. And they're really, I think, when I put it in my head, those are really the decorating stores, the decorative stores that really stand out in New York City over the years.
Well, thank you.
Charlotte, Slatkin, and now you.
Well, thank you.
And you've taken their concept of a beautiful sort of store that has everything, but you've made it fresh and modern and new.
Well, thank you,
And the
Alex.
thing I also love is that I can bring traditional clients and I can bring more modern clients in.
We like to have something for everyone, and I really feel like you don't have to use it in the context that I use it in. I'm just making things beautiful for the shop and in these moments and these vignettes, and it's, I think that if you take them out of that context, you can give them a whole new life.
Well, here's a perfect example of practicing what you preach, because I can see so many of your beautiful things from your store here and
Yes.
used in your own and unique
Yes.
way. So here we go. We're going upstairs to see the bedrooms, right?
Let's head on up.
Nice.
So this is the bedroom I share with my husband, Alexander.
So pretty.
And it's full of light. One of the wonderful things that we did in this house is I hired a woman named Eve Ashcraft,
Okay.
who is a color consultant and color guru, to help me figure out all the colors. I knew I wanted a lot of color, and there's a number of colors in here, and she really helped me make sense of them.
And another beautiful painted floor.
This is another Bob Christian floor. It's really beautiful. It's very much in the style of something my mother would do.
so pretty.
And I'd always wanted a giant
Sleigh bed?
sleigh bed.
Yeah, I love it.
I couldn't resist it.
I love your ruffle curtains.
Thank you. We love a detail. We love a ruffle.
Is that's
This is not Mike Diaz.
it's not.
This is actually 18th century Mexican.
How interesting
isn't
is
that
that? So which
fascinating?
came first?
This
For
came
you.
first. This is actually one of the reasons that Mike and I got to know each other on Instagram, because I had posted this on Instagram and he saw it and we talked about it. And then, as I always say, you can take.
So there's no, nothing's by chance. Everything
Nothing is
happens
by
for a reason.
chance.
Because I thought this was Mike Diaz. Isn't that funny?
No, isn't it wonderful?
But I
though?
knew it. It's beautiful.
It's weird. I love the proportion.
It's 18th century Mexican.
Yeah.
Isn't that so interesting?
Isn't that
I'm not
fabulous?
even familiar with 18th century Mexican furniture.
Yeah, it's cool because they were trying to copy all these English things.
Yeah.
But making them way
Well, it
cooler.
sort of looks English and French.
Yeah, well, all these continental and English things and way cooler.
And what's this? This is so
that's an
interesting.
18th century Italian altar. That I bought.
There would have
for
been
my-
like a Madonna in there or something. right?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And as I always say, you can take the girl out of LA, but you can't take the LA out of the girl.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful.
Can't have enough crystals.
Right, that's great.
And then we have a little desk over here that Alex and I share.
love
It's
this.
very I
Love
want to
it.
say it's for show, but it's very much like a dropping off point. It's like a good place to take a zoom. It's a good place to,
Are these
catch
my
up and-
favorite? Are these my favorite Liz O'Brien, Sam Marks
No,
chairs?
these are actually Bunny Williams' home.
Oh,
Aren't they
interesting.
wonderful?
Yeah, they're fun.
But I know those chairs. I have those in my dining room in the city.
yeah,
But
I love those chairs.
They're great. So it's a pretty calm room full of books, and it's a real
I love the way you've
oasis.
used the bookcases as room dividers like that.
So it's a funny room. It's not even L-shaped. It's got like a barnacle on it. And because there's also, if you look back here, you can see that there's a screened porch.
Wonderful. It's like a sleeping porch.
Yes. And so I wanted to keep the porch, but that meant that we had this sort of funny
Oh, there's such a
knuckle,
nice breeze, Kate.
right? Well, that's the nice thing about being high up, is that you really
Wow.
you catch a greater breeze.
That's great.
Yeah, it works.
That's so charming.
It's one of my favorite things about the house.
Do you ever like lie down out there and take a nap?
Yes. Are you kidding me? I hide out there all the time with like my book, a cup of coffee in the morning.
It's divine. I love
No
that.
one can find you. It's great. What do you think, Cooper?
Cooper thinks it's fresh out there. Yeah. And I love your bedside tables, the lacquer
Thank
company,
you. Yes,
right?
these are Rita Koenig design for the lacquer company.
I bought those before too. I love
Yeah,
them.
they're great. They're just like a really practical but kind of elevated shape. Another Spitzmiller lamp. I mean,
My favorites.
is it even a room if it doesn't have a Spitzmiller lamp?
Not to me. You know me. And I have Christopher Miller lamps everywhere.
I mean, so do I.
You know, we're totally in agreement there. I love it. And what pretty chintz is this? What is this?
This is a
Is it Lee Jaffa?
Jean Monroe
Jean
chintz,
Monroe. I love Jean Monroe.
and it's on the reverse side.
Yeah, I love that,
Which is
yeah.
something that my mother did
yeah,
a lot.
I do that too.
Yeah, because it's great, because it makes it very soft.
It makes it antique.
Yeah.
And sometimes those colors are just too strong.
Totally.
Yeah. Jean Monroe makes beautiful fabrics. And I love your sheets, and I know who these are. Our
These
great
are
friend,
our
right?
dear friend Jane Scott Hodges,
Right.
her company Leontine Linen.
Which we love.
Which we love.
And you do trunk shows for her, don't you?
We do trunk shows for her at KRB a couple times a year. This is one of my favorite things from Jane.
Love.
I know it has a real name, but we call them in my family silkies. And they're these wonderful satin quilts that are really beautiful and are also washable.
Yeah, they're so chic. I made one of those for my great niece as a gift with a unicorn that Jane made for me. Jane did that for me in pink for her room. I love these, and I love Jane's. And oddly enough, I told you, Jane is my house guest this weekend.
I love it.
It's so cute,
I love
right?
it. It's
Just
so good.
another thing we have in common.
I know.
So
Well, there's another wonderful set of sheets that she did for me in one of the girls' rooms.
Okay, let's go look.
This is Frederica's room. Freddie and Beatrice actually used to share it, but during the pandemic, the sisters could share no more. So now it's Frederica's room, and this is another really charming piece from Leontine Linen.
So pretty.
I was talking to Jane, and I said, I'd like something special and charming, and she goes, I have just the pattern for you. And she pulled this from the archives, and it's just been really darling and wonderful, and I love the way it looks with the nasturtium pattern. I've always loved nasturtiums.
Who's this pattern?
This is Lake August.
And who carries that?
Hollywood at Home does in California, and someone in New York that I am blanking on.
And this is the fabric too.
That's the fabric.
So pretty. I feel like I'm in like a little girl's room when we were growing up. It feels
Totally.
like something,
Well,
it's
charming.
so pretty and charming.
Well,
and I love the little alligator
Isn't that
rug.
fun? That's from Nikki Kehoe.
That's
They have.
so
I just thought it was really
cute.
fun and humorous, and
that fabric's beautiful too.
and like she's a 13-year-old girl, so like there's a lot of stuff.
It's divine.
I won't open the closet for you.
But it also looks like a room she really uses and lives in and enjoys.
She comes and sits and reads over here all the time.
Beautiful.
And I also think though that hopefully like in a few years we'll push the beds together and make it a king.
Yeah.
And like we can do. Jane can upgrade the linens to something a little more, a little older, and I think it'll still work.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, I think I'd be happy to stay in here as a guest. You know what I mean? It's such a pretty room.
It's fun because there's also a little screen porch off of it as well.
Like another sleeping porch, right?
Another
That's what they were
sleeping
for.
Porch, and
right?
it's wonderful. And we put a hammock out there for her, which was her request.
Well, that's divine. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it's pretty good.
So much fun. I have to ask you. I've got to see your mom's room that you always you do.
I would love to show it to you.
Let's go see that because that's where your mom always stayed when she came to visit, right?
Always. So this is the guest bedroom in the main house.
It's so lovely,
and
Kate.
I always said I needed to have one guest bedroom that was basically nice enough for my mother. And we covered everything in this room in one of her fabrics for Lee Joffa, Garden Roses.
So pretty.
And it's pretty and it's cozy, and she always loves staying here. And it's been nice because I've added some of her favorite pieces.
Oh, that's lovely.
This beautiful
Vladimir, our favorite.
I was very lucky to inherit this from my mother, and it was in her bedroom in
beautiful.
New York, and I feel like it really feels special in here.
Beauty. It's a
And
beauty.
I feel like her spirit is here, and
Well, you know what? You know, Vladimir made a lot of flowers, but that one's very specific, and it somehow it reminds me of your mother's store and the flowers that she always had.
Totally.
It's so beautiful, really so
I
pretty.
agree.
And the fabric in here is so pretty. And again, Leontine linens mixed with Porto.
Totally.
Which I do that too
yes,
at home, right? I love
it's
that.
great. Well, yes, it's great. It's forgiving.
I also find that all the Porto, all of it,
Yeah.
can be a little
Totally, and I like to
much.
mix it up and all
I do
that good
too.
stuff.
And make it your own.
And
That's
I always
love
had my mother's own monogram sham for her for when she came to say.
Cute. That's so cute.
Which was like a fun little
Sweet.
Jainism.
And a little chaise for her to rest on.
A little shades. This was actually from my father's grandmother's house somewhere along the line, but we'd always had it, and I'd always loved it as a little girl because it's this wonky Victorian.
It's great. I love it.
So we covered in purple mohair,
Which is divine.
and it's wonderful, and it's kind of great because you can still see the TV and all that good stuff.
It's like a sculpture.
Yeah.
It's great looking.
Well, and that's the fun thing about taking pieces that you inherit. And I know you talk about this a lot, but honor it, but it doesn't have to be precious.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't keep the original fabric.
Right, and you also didn't put it in your living room.
No.
You put it in a bedroom, and that's the perfect wall for it.
It's perfect.
And again, by putting it in sort of that sort of chic, offy kind of purple velvet,
Right.
it makes it modern.
I think so.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a fun piece, and it has good feelings, and you can sometimes find one of the other girls hiding
you
out
put it
here.
next to a little lucite table and a standing lamp so that it feels fresh.
Yes.
And this fabric's so beautiful of your mom's.
I love it.
Really
I find it
beautiful.
to be deeply sentimental, and
I love that.
It's been good, and it's nice to have a bit of her here.
All right. Well, you always have her here with all the
Yes.
things that you've inherited from her.
I know.
And it's a constant reminder. And I think that's how you keep people with you, by the
Totally.
reminders of the things they
100%.
loved, the furniture
Telling
they had.
the stories that are associated. They're really,
Right.
so many of these inherited pieces are more like trigger points to a great story.
So I'm dying to see the gardens. Can we go outside and see them? It's so pretty, and I love your pool area. It's so stylish.
Let's go.
Okay, great. Is everybody out?
Everyone's, they'll climb through everything. So here we are by the pool, and we spend a lot of time here with the 3 girls and the 2 dogs who swim almost incessantly.
Oh my God, this is so magical. I love this.
Thank you. These are plane trees that we've been training to grow together. It's going to get a big thin out this
I love this.
winter.
Where did you get this idea? I've never seen this.
It's an idea that's very popular in Italy and in France.
It's funny.
and,
I've never seen it like this.
But
mean,
I have to give full credit to Charlie Martyr, who, when he saw we had a plan, Dick and James also came up with a plan for this entire area. And we had drawn a metal pergola, and he's like, you know what you could do? He's like, we could get some plane trees and we could train them, and it's been really magical.
Oh, it's
and I'm so glad that we did it. And
it's gorgeous.
I love
I've had dinner
shade.
here, but I don't remember
Yes.
that this was.
Well, I feel like you don't notice it much at night because you're not hiding from the shade.
It's incredible.
From the sun. And since
So
I
lovely.
love shade always.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a shade person too. And this is so chic and stylish
great.
down here. Just
Yes.
so good.
This was another Boris and Sharon design. But we definitely spend a lot of time in here reading, watching the kids swim, having cocktails. We'll have people out here for cocktails.
So pretty.
Even playing games. Just sort of depends how much time everyone's wanting to spend in the pool.
And I love the fabric. Whose fabric is this?
This is Tillet. And they printed it for me as outdoor fabric, and I'm just absolutely crazy for it.
So pretty. It's great looking.
Colors are great, and it just feels really good. It feels like me.
I love it. And the little Dickinson table, side
Aren't
table.
those fun? The
Yeah.
Dickinson style tables.
I love those.
It's
yeah.
just it's very
And I
functional.
love the big double chaise lounges.
They're great because it's usually like me, a child, and a wet dog on the other side. So it's enough room for all of us.
So pretty. It looks great.
Thank you.
Oh, and now we're looking up at the screened-in porch.
Yeah. It's pretty to look back on as well.
Yeah. Well, let's go. Should we go have a coffee?
Let's go have a coffee.
Oh, and here, yeah. But look, your geraniums. I love this.
Not all of them are blooming right now, but I expect one more flush before the summer's over.
So pretty.
So Alex, this is our screened porch.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And we spend an enormous amount of time out here. At night, after dinner, this is where we like to come after dinner.
So
and,
great.
You know,
It's so charming.
hang out.
I've been in here before with you. It's so lovely.
It's
just lovely.
You catch a really nice breeze being up this high, and you get to kind of see it all, but while being a little protected.
It's so pretty, and I love the
buzz.
fabrics, and I love all the wicker. Is the wicker? Tell me about the wicker.
The wicker is all. It's mostly rattan, and it's vintage. It's like what
But you-
stick wicker.
But you
stick
painted it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is from the 20s. It's one of those presidential sets where it's like a his and hers chair.
Yeah, it's great.
And then I know, go for it,
But don't
baby.
get carried away.
That's okay. But yes, it's my mother taught me the power of paint. So all the furniture, all the wicker is painted this sort of like olivey green color, and then all of these tables that I accumulated from different places are painted this sort of pesto-y green color. And then there's a lot of ferns in here because they love this wild humidity.
Well, your sense of color, I think, is so original and so
thank you.
pretty and so stylish. And as you said, it's a combination of you and Alex, and then your mother's influence
Totally.
on you. And I love the way you use color, and that's wonderful. So, and we brought the fabric back from the pool a little bit, so there's a little bit of
exactly.
continuity.
Totally, and
Right?
all the outdoor fabrics are the same.
So pretty. Oh, our coffee's here.
Let me serve you. Can I get sugar?
Yes, thank you. Sugar and coffee, perfect. Thank you so much. And my favorite frog on the table.
I know, they are.
I love those frogs of yours. How many of those frogs have I bought from you over the years?
I know.
A lot.
Because they're the best, and it's great to put things in. I love to see them I love to put a maidenhair fern in, but literally it can only be out in this much humidity, otherwise they turn into a potato chip.
So pretty. Really, really great. You know, it's been so much fun visiting you.
Well,
and it's
I
been
love seeing you. Thank you for coming and bringing
inspiring,
Cooper.
And your beautiful, sort of your knowledge and your sensibility. It's just so refreshing and
thank
so
you, Alex.
great. And I love your
I
sense
love
of
seeing
history.
you.
You know, I love that your mom was such a big influence. I think that's
Yes,
so wonderful.
she
Really.
was. Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you so much for having us, honey. Thank you, thank you. Loved being here. So
Love
nice.
seeing
So
you.
nice. Really a great day, and we were so lucky with this weather, right?
I know, we really lucked out. I mean, I don't want to jinx this, but it was really supposed to be miserable.
Horrible, horrible. But anyway, even in bad weather, your house would be
Well, thank
divinely
you.
stylish.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Come on, Coops, let's go. Come on. Having too much of a good time?
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.